So here's the first thing you're going to notice is that you do not see the most frustrating Garnet of all time Ancient Gear box in this list, all right? I'm going to talk about how Clockwork Knight and how this card, Double Wild, changed the Earth Machine kind of deck, the different lines that they can do. I'm not 100% sold on Double Wild, but I want to talk about what the card does theoretically, like the things that it can help you extend with, like the typical counters to Earth Machine, how it can play around those. Well, I say counters to Earth Machine. Basically, cards that exist in the format that are incidentally counters to Earth Machine. And I just want to, I don't know, I just want to explore these new cards theory-wise and show you how this card influences this deck so much. Why these cards and why Clockwork Knight are so much better for the deck. I need to show you how this deck used to function, right? During its, like, kind of inception, this was back when the Machina structure deck came out, like the structure deck that introduced Citadel, and when Dozer got released was really when Earth Machine as a concept started to be playable. The whole deal with this deck is that it was a one-card combo that draws 2 cards and sets up a resource loop, right? Back when resource loops really mattered, and I think resource loops actually matter a lot right now. So we go normal Harvester, declare it. We grab Dozer. Dozer goes to hand. We declare Dozer, send Harvester to the grave to summon the Dozer. We go Dozer effect on summon to summon from deck, which allows us to summon Trencher. We go overlay these into River Stormer. We go River Stormer, declare, detach Trencher. We grab Bullet Train. We go Bullet Train effect to summon itself. And right here is 5. I think this is 5 summons right here. So there's not really a great point to Nibiru. Earth Machine, which is like a nice thing about this deck, is that Nibiru doesn't really like matter all too much. Because we're not really setting up a board anyway, you know, fellas? Anyway, so we go these to the grave. And we put Ballista here. And then we go Ballista effect to add the one and only box. And we declare Box's effect to add us Tunneler. And then we go Tunneler effect. Special is here. We link off the Tunneler for the Goliath. We go Trencher effect to summon anything. Typically you would pick like Harvester or whatever. This goes to the grave. We just do the last Goliath. And then we link both Goliaths off for the best end board of all time. And then we declare the Tunneler, banishing it for its effect to target 4 Earth Machines in the extra deck and 1 Earth Machine from the main deck. Now, this is very important. Back in the old combo, you had to shuffle back at least 1 main deck guy. If it was a true 1-card combo, you had to shuffle back 1 in the main deck, all right? So you go these to the extra, all 3 Goliaths. Your Ballista, and typically you put back your starter, whatever you started with. But in this case, it would be Harvester, so we would put Harvester back to the top of the deck, and then we would shuffle. We would draw 2. Okay, very funny. And then we would go to the end phase, and then the end phase, Bullet Train would activate to get Dozer back to our hand, so we had Dozer for follow-up next turn. We had Anger Knuckle, which could pitch the box that was sitting in our hand to summon the Bullet Train. If they killed the Bullet Train, this would go to the grave. This could go to the grave because we pitched it for Anger Knuckle. So this would come back to it. Like, Bullet Train would activate. We would add box to our hand. Then because box went to our hand from grave, it doesn't matter if it's added from deck to hand or grave to hand. It would activate again when added in the end phase to grab you Infinitrack Anchor Drill. So that was another good normal that you had. And then so basically at the start of our turn, we would have Anchor Drill as a normal summon, Dozer as an extender, River Stormer was in the graveyard where you could tribute a Machine Link to summon itself. You would typically, like, after you use Dozer's effect, you would link it off for Goliath, and then you would use River Stormer to tribute the Goliath, which would attach to itself. You get a search for another machine. So your follow-up was nuts. This deck was, I think, probably at the height of its playability during like Tri-Brigade format. This is when this deck like had a lot of, or probably the most like dense amount of its success. You didn't really play for the board, you played for the follow-up. So a couple things about this combo that aren't very good, right? If you draw a box, you have to do a completely different combo that doesn't thin your deck as much and like makes you use your Anger Knuckle too early. It just like sucked. Let's talk about what this deck can do if you don't play this card at all. Because, you know, an issue is like, okay, well, if you don't play box in your deck, then every hand is basically like you drew it, right? Because you don't have it. Clockwork Knight puts in a lot of work. Let's just read it together so we can understand. I don't know if everybody in chat knows exactly what this card does, but I want to talk about it. So this card is coming out in Supreme Darkness very shortly, and I'm very excited for it. This card is a Link 1 Earth Machine, best type and attribute combo in the game. So this card says, in order to summon it, it requires one non-Link machine monster with 1,000 or less original attack. This card is Link summoned. You can send a face-up continuous spell you control to the graveyard. Add one Clockwork Knight from your deck to your hand, which is this continuous spell right here. You can target one machine monster with 1,000 or less attack in your graveyard, attribute one other machine you control, and if you do, special summon the targeted monster in defense position. You can only use each of the effects of Clockwork Knight once per turn. Okay, I need to explain On Your Mark, Get Set, Duel. The reason this card is in my deck is because when you activate it, when you control no other cards, you can add Jet Synchron to your hand, all right? And Jet Synchron is full one-card combo if you've gotten it with On Your Mark, Get Set, Duel. It is also, if you draw like On Your Mark, Get Set, Duel plus Harvester, it actually extends you a little bit more. So let's do that, okay? Okay, Ancient Gearbox. How are we able to play this deck without Ancient Gearbox, right? That's the question I'm sure on a lot of people's mind that have played this deck before and that have lost games to opening that card. What can this deck do without Ancient Gearbox, right? All right. So this is what we can do with no box in deck. All right, so we'll normal Harvester, declare Harvester, get Dozer, use Dozer. Okay, so this is us not opening with Heavy Forward, just with Harvester. So we're still going to summon this. And we'll use Dozer to summon Trencher, okay? So we'll overlay these for Riverstormer. We'll use Riverstormer to get Tunneler, okay? So remember, we don't have box in deck, so we have to get Tunneler to our hand some way or another. Normally in the old combo, we would have added Bullet Train here. Special Bullet Train, link off for Goliath, link the Goliath and the Bullet Train off for Ballista, add box, add Tunneler. We are just going to go right to Tunneler right now. So we're going to link this off for Goliath. We're going to use Trencher Engrave to summon Harvester. Okay, the reason we're doing this is because Harvester is the only machine in rotation that meets the requirement to summon Clockwork Knight. So we're going to use Clockwork Knight to summon Harvester again. And then we're going to use the Stormer Engrave, tribute the Clockwork Knight, link it off for another Goliath, use the Tunneler, tribute the Goliath, use the Harvester to make my true goat, Mountain Smasher. We're going to link off Mountain Smasher for Goliath. We're going to use the Mountain Smasher Engrave to tribute the Goliath. And then we're going to use the Tunneler. Boom! No Ancient Gear box required. So not only do you not have to play a brick in the deck, you also get to shuffle back 5 from the extra deck. You don't have to shuffle back any in main deck. That's so busted. Like, it's not busted. It's just much better. It is a very modernized way that the combo can work. So that's the combo without box. That's the first thing that Clockwork Knight offers this deck in terms of support. Instead of playing those like bricky Machina cards, we can just shave all that stuff down, put in non-engine, and have this as starters 10, 11, and 12. So if we look at this, your one-card combos are Harvester, Heavy Forward, because that gets you Harvester, Foolish Burial Goods, because that dumps Clockwork Knight, and Clockwork Knight has a grave effect to be able to banish, discard a card, and search for any Earth Machine, which gets you Harvester. And then this, On Your Mark, Get Set, Duel. So let me show you how On Your Mark, Get Set, Duel is full combo. All right, so let's go On Your Mark, Get Set, Duel. Activate this. And we get Jet Synchron. So we'll normal Jet Synchron, and we will link it off for Clockwork Knight. Remember, Clockwork Knight is an Earth Machine itself, but it doesn't require an Earth Machine. All it requires is one non-link machine monster with 1,000 or less original attack, okay? So we will link it off for Jet Synchron. We will declare the effect, and because On Your Mark Get Set Duel happens to be a continuous spell, this will go to the grave, and we will get Clockwork Knight. Now, Jet Synchron has a handy-dandy little effect that says it can resummon itself by discarding a card from your hand. So we get Clockwork Knight in the grave, special this, and then we declare the Clockwork Knight and discard another random card in our hand to search for any Earth Machine. And since we used our normal on Jet Synchron, we can't normal Harvester, right? So we have to therefore search for Dozer. So we'll get Dozer to hand. Now, there's some argument as to what you could do here. You could actually still search Harvester and then link off the Clockwork Knight and the Jet Synchron for Platinum Gadget, use Platinum Gadget, summon Harvester, and Harvester get another search. I don't totally know which one's better, but we're gonna do it this way instead. So let's go, do this. Special this. Declare the Brutal Dozer here. And I'm actually gonna get Harvester here. So I get Harvester here instead of like Trencher or any of the other level 5s. I could get the level 5s because what we're going to do is we're going to link off for Goliath. We're going to link this off for Clockwork Knight. We're going to use Clockwork Knight, tributing the Goliath to summon the Harvester. And now Clockwork Knight doesn't negate the effects of what it summons. So we're going to declare the Harvester to search for, let's do, I guess, Trencher. And then we just do the rest of the combo. Declare this, tribute this, summon itself, overlay these, into Stormer, declare this, get Tunneler. We go link this off. Oop. Link this off for the last Goliath. We go declare this. This goes to grave. Summon this. Declare this. Whoops. Special Harvester. Oops. Oh my god. This gets banished. It doesn't do that. I wish it did. We'll put these in grave for, I guess, like Anger Knuckle. And then we do Tunneler, banish, target the 5 links. And then draw 2. Sometimes, when you're looking at additional starters, you want to make sure that those starters also provide you more value. When you have an engine, it's important to figure out how much of the engine, like, conflicts with itself, right? So I was worried when I was testing or thinking about the Jet Synchron stuff in theory that, like, if I opened 2 starters, like, is there a way for them to turn into extenders at any point? Thankfully, there are. So we're going to go On Your Mark Get Set Duel. We'll add Jet Synchron. We're going to normal Jet Synchron. We're going to put this in grave. We're going to go for Clockwork Knight. We're going to declare Clockwork Knight. This goes to the grave. We're going to get Clockwork Knight. We're going to go Jet Synchron. We would have to discard something. We would discard the Clockwork Knight. So this goes to the grave to summon this. Now, with another card, I'll just draw whatever. I'll just draw something. Okay, Imperm, sure. So we would go, at this point, we will declare Clockwork Knight. Banish it. And we're going to get a very powerful Earth Machine monster. Therian King Regulus. So we banish the, or we, because this summoned it by its effect, so we banish this, and we send this to the grave. And we summon Platinum Gadget. We go Regulus effect. Special summon it. By putting this in a spell trap. Then we go Platinum Gadget, special this, and then we do the rest of the full combo. All of this that I'm talking about does not require you to play Ancient Gear Box. Ancient Gear Box is gone. He is not in the deck. You can do all of these, all of these draw 2 combos, and I'm just talking about one card, by the way. I'm talking about one card. All you gotta do is just like, if you want more, you can just draw any other engine piece. It's great. It's great. Now, a lot of people are talking about Nibiru, and a lot of people have mentioned Droll. I'm gonna be honest, I don't got nothing for that. Droll? You get Droll? You know? Hey, this deck ain't perfect, all right? Hello, dear viewers. It is me, Peeps, from the future. So the reason I'm cutting in here is because I, in this section, originally talked a lot about Link Spider. I thought Link Spider was a necessary inclusion in the deck to sort of creatively play around Nibiru. You could use an opponent's Primal Being token that was given to you to link it off into Link Spider, and then Link Spider, who is originally an Earth Cyberse, becomes an Earth Machine when you have Clockwork Knight, and that allows you to do funky stuff like summon Bullet Train when it's on board, or tribute it with Brutal Dozer to continue extending, yada yada. And this isn't even actually that great, because a lot of the time, by the time you're getting Nibiru'd, you've already resolved Brutal Dozer, so you're hit with the Earth Machine lock by that point anyway. But there are some times where they Nibiru early, and the Link Spider would allow you to play around that. Throw that all into the garbage, all right? At this time, I did not know a ruling regarding the Nibiru, the Primal Being token. So, all this to say, I'll just get right to the chase. You don't need Link Spider. Anytime you have Clockwork Knight face up on your board and you get hit with Nibiru and you control the Primal Being token, the Primal Being token is, at that point, always treated as a machine with 1,000 or less original attack. Because when a monster that has question mark attack value is on the field, its original value is always treated as 0. This is different for if a monster has question mark attack value in deck. You can't search for something. You can't like search for Gren Maju with Piri Rise map or something like that. A monster that has question mark attack value or defense value or whatever, that is not treated as 0 in deck. But on the field, it is. So you don't need the Link Spider to play around Nibiru. If you control Clockwork Knight and you have the token, it's always a machine with 1,000 or less original attack, so you can just link the Nibiru token away for Clockwork Knight and continue playing. So, didn't know that until later in the stream, and you don't need Link Spider anymore. So, I'm just gonna interrupt past me really quick when he goes into this talk about Link Spider, because he's dumb, and he doesn't know this yet. So, anyway, keep watching. Thanks so much. So Double Wild is a quick play spell. I think it's like a common that's coming out in Supreme Darkness that says, target a level 5 or lower monster you control. You cannot special summon monsters or special summon for the rest of this turn after this card resolves, except monsters with the same original type as the targeted monster. Also, add one level 10 monster with that original type from your deck to your hand. Then you can apply this effect. Discard a card, and if you do, special summon one monster with the same type as the added monster from your hand in defense position. You can only activate one Double Wild per turn. A flaw with this deck is that if you don't have Harvester, you have nothing, okay? All of these extenders, all of these engine pieces require you to have a normal. You know what I mean? It's kind of why the Striker stuff I find to be really nice is because you can, like, activate Engage for Hornet Drones, which gets you Kaina, which is an Earth Machine. So you put an Earth Machine on board so the rest of your engine can work. That's probably why I'm leaning towards that build. Talking about it in something like this, it is kind of important to think about this card, because what this card can do, even through its flaws, it allows this deck to play through stuff that it couldn't play through before. So what we can do is we can normal Harvester. Dueling Book will let me. We'll declare it. Let's say they let this resolve, right? So we resolve Harvester. We get this in hand. Our opponent chains Droll and Lockbird. Okay, they go on a new chain, Droll effect. Chain link 1, we go Chainlink 2 to Droll, activate Double Wild. We Double Wild, target the Harvester. We could grab Citadel and summon it. If we just wanted to do that, we could just grab Citadel, discard a card, summon it. Or, so let's say we grab Bullet Train, right? Because Bullet Train, we would add it to hand and then we wouldn't have to discard. So we grab this with Double Wild. So Double Wild resolves, Droll resolves. Couple things we can do. We could declare this, summon it, and then we could declare Harvester, target Bullet Train, make them 12s, and sit on Zeus. We could just do that, right? So if we get Drolled, we chain Double Wild, add the Bullet Train, summon it, use Harvester, you know, make Zeus with those two, and then during the opponent's turn, they're probably going to have some way to deal with this, but we declare the Zeus, send some stuff, go to the end phase, Bullet Train adds this back to hand. So on the crackback, we have Harvester as a normal again, and we still have Dozer in our hand to be able to extend even further in turn 3. Banger, baller, shot caller hand, everybody. So we do these. It's just Dozer. We go this. Get this. 2 Clockwork Knights in hand. Gee, Billy, why Dad had you did 2 Clockwork Knights? That's the joke. Anyway, let's go this. Do I want to use Road Roller here? Yes, I do, because I want to play around Ash. Sucks your starter is a continuous spell. Well, we play the Striker engine, so we will just draw that. Also, our starter is not just a continuous spell. I do have Box in Stack. Damn it. That's fair. Oh. Well, you're not going to do it here, huh? Oh, please do it here. Do it. Damn it. They're smart. I could force them to do it here, right? Like, we link this off for Goliath. I could just put this nerd on the board with Dozer. Yep. Knew it. Bonk. Foolish on Clockwork. I don't even need to do that. Because we go... Oh, wait. This is a machine, right? Yeah! Oh my god! That's fucking crazy. I didn't even think about that. Oh my god. Rock. Fucking, what now? We go this. This. So we haven't used Clockwork Knight affecting Grave, so we could do that to get the Tunneler in the graveyard. Let's do that. Let's grab... Oh, Chad, I don't even know if I want to keep this Regulus. Because if I keep the Regulus, then any engage I draw is offline. You probably do want it. I don't think I do. I genuinely don't think I do. I don't want it. I'm getting rid of it. We will do this here, and I will search Bullet Train just to have it. And then we'll do this. Can you just link off the Regulus to draw the if you draw the Striker stuff? No, because Anger Knuckle can't be used as a link material. See? Could Widow Anchor myself now? Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, Ballista's not on board anymore. Yeah, I will. Ooh. Yeah, I'll Widow Anchor the Nibiru. And then I'll do this. I'll add Widow Anchor, draw a card. Well, that's kind of a bunk draw. That's a little stinky. But, oh well. Damn. There's probably a better way I could have done this combo. Why not just have 2 Widow Anchors? Oh, that's a really good point. Yeah, that's a very good point. All right, you're right. Yeah, that was stupid, but okay. That probably is actually going to be a bit of a difference maker. Were you running 2 Widow Anchor, 1 Shark Cannon? No, I prefer 3 Widow Anchor because my deck needs to hit Detonator. What if I just negated you? Sweet. That's what I like to see. Now what do I do here? Yeah, there was a better way to do that combo. Knuckle send Clockwork to summon itself. I kind of got to negate this Typhon so I can get this online, right? We go... Does Typhon do anything else? Yeah, it's making it so I can't summon this from hand. Is there a way to do it? Why am I thinking about it, right? Just do it. Okay. Then we go... Oh, damn it. That was stupid. I'm fumbling this up all over the place. I haven't played this deck in so long. I've forgotten the lines. The fumbler, that's true. Did I normal yet? Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Normal this. Make Clockwork. Tribute to summon Harvester. Oh, my God. I've yeah, okay, all right, we're just shame scooping. We have put ourselves unlosable game state into a losable one. Oofa doofa. Oh boy. Oh wait, I went first? Oh my God. Well. There you go. Get owned. There was a magenta? Ah, you know. Fuck yes. See, this is why Book of Moon is so much fucking better than Eclipse. Because if this was Eclipse, I'd be fucked. They'd have drawn another card, and you know they would have drawn a fucking hand trap. It's always how it works. I hate Eclipse. I hate Eclipse. I always end up needing to use it as an interruption, and then it just, like, it always gets fucking... Ugh. Eclipse is just not good as interaction, and this deck needs cards to be... Dominus Impulse, are you fucking with me? Damn it. Okay. I have to negate this, right? Because if they get the level 3, they get Shire. But then they run this over and I don't have an Earth Machine. Okay, here's what I have to do. I have to go called by this. There. That's gotta do it. Yes! Wait, what? What do you mean battle? There we go. Even through a brick, we did it, baby. That's, hey, though, if your deck can do that, that shit matters, all right? All right, that game was shit. I'm going to do another one. Whoo, that's that good shit. That game was lame. That game was lame. All right. Chat, you are about to learn why Book of Moon is very important. Oh, and not only is Book of Moon good for that, this does not have to have your Earth Machines face up. How do I want to do this? We'll do this here. Bro. Hello? Well, fucking shit. Now I play through nothing. God damn it. Yeah, I don't think there was a way to play around that better. Because I could have, like... Okay. Well, win some, you lose some. Alright, so here's a little bit of a rundown. This is something I'm going to do for these style of videos. Whenever I get really interested in a deck and I have the ability to build it in paper, I want to take it to locals and not just stream content about it, but take it to at least a somewhat competitive tournament environment. I am blessed by the fact that my locals around me is very competitive. It's full of very high-level players, people that have topped Nats, people that have gotten YCS tops, day twos, regional tops, all that kind of stuff. So I do have a really nice testing environment in my area. So it's really nice to not only stream this as a conceptual style build, but also play it in person and give some real honest thoughts about what I thought in a tournament setting. So this is what I ended up taking to my local. I ended up going 3-1. It was Rhizo Fiendsmith, Voiceless Voice, and then I lost to Striker Malice and then I lost to regular Malice and then beat Striker Malice in round 4. The loss against Striker Malice was not even close. This deck has a couple problems that I'm going to talk about right now. So this is what I ended up taking, and then after I talk a little bit about this, its strengths and its flaws, I'll talk about what I would change it to in play moving forward if I was to take this deck seriously in a competitive environment moving forward. So I ended up playing the Scrap Recycler as the additional engine piece here. Instead of playing on your Market Set Duel, I tried this as an additional normal summon because there are a lot of combos you can do where you can make Nova and Infinity. So if you open Recycler and another engine piece, you can use the Recycler to dump the Jet Synchron. You can use your engine piece to search Harvester, dump the Harvester with Jet Synchron, link the Jet Synchron into Clockwork Knight, link the Scrap Recycler into Clockwork Knight, use the Clockwork Knight, tribute the Jet Synchron, summon back the Clockwork Knight, summon back the Recycler. Recycler will dump Trencher, use Trencher to summon the Harvester, and then Harvester will search Dozer. You'll use Harvester to target the Recycler, make them both 5s, go into Nova, go into Infinity, and then Dozer in hand, tribute the Clockwork Knight, do the rest of your combo, okay? I know that was a lot, but basically what I'm getting at is there are ways that by playing Recycler as your additional starters, you are able to strengthen your end board. Here's the problem. With this list, Recycler is never a one-card combo on its own. It always needed another piece in order to work, and that did come up a couple of times. So it is just a worse additional starter in the engine, and it's weaker to hand traps. I tried it. I thought it would be cheeky and fun. It did come up to be the worse additional part of the engine there. And it's another normal summon, right? So theoretically, if you open Harvester plus Recycler, if your combo is resolving, you can use those pieces to further your end board, but hand traps are everywhere, and that's just not going to happen. So it just wasn't realistic to play that many normal summons in this list, and I have a different build that I will show you in a second, but I do want to talk about a couple things. The best extender in this style of deck now that Clockwork Knight exists, is Dozer. The problem that Earth Machine has is that it can't do anything unless you have an Earth Machine on the board, and Dozer doesn't exactly solve that problem, but it is the thing that you want to be resolving. Even though I like Road Roller a lot, I don't think it's the way to go moving forward. And you'll also see that I don't have Daracrane in this list. I decided to go with 2 Regulus instead because this deck is super consistent now. You have so many pieces that search you starters and extenders. Having the ability to loop Regulus, like Regulus equip Regulus, and then Bullet Train back a Regulus every turn, and then Regulus equip Regulus again, right? I was happy to not play Daracrane because Daracrane was just another one of those cards that doesn't do anything unless you're already resolving your combo, right? Regulus has the benefit that if you normal summon a Harvester and it gets hand trapped, you can at least go, well, I've got a Regulus, and then use it to equip the one that was just sent to grave. So it was nice, but I don't know if it was actually that important to play 2 Regulus. The fact that you can loop it back anyway, I don't think it matters that you play the second one. So yeah, I never really missed the Daracrane. I was always making my OTK pushes with Harvester targeting Regulus anyway, so that was pretty good. But anyway, the non-engine lineup was good. Everything felt pretty good here. The problem was just interacting with and removing the normal was a huge choke point in this specific list. So let's talk about what I want to change it to moving forward. This is something I've been playing on stream every once in a while. I used to play it on Master Duel when I was streaming that more, and this is a list that I have taken to TCG events every now and then since Engage went back to 3. This is Striker Infinitrack, and it is definitely the way to go, I feel, moving forward. So the way this list operates, and as you can see, I have the 3 Dozer in here now. I think that card as the punish to hand traps is just way, way stronger. The big thing that this engine solves, being the Striker engine, is you are able to use Engage to get Hornet Drones to put an Earth machine on the board if the machine that you have gets removed. Because as soon as the one Earth machine that you have gets removed from the board, you can't play. So you need to be able to do something to push past your normal summon getting removed, especially with Detonator now, right? If you normal Harvester, activate Effective Search, and it gets Detonator popped, you basically can't play. And the Striker engine solves that. It basically makes it so you can activate Engage to get Hornet Drones and put that token on board and keep playing. So definitely a much stronger build. I had been testing this a lot lately, following that tournament experience, and it's really nice. Also, on your market set duel, I have decided that that is the additional starter that needs to go in here. The fact that it guarantees Clockwork Knight more often as a part of your engine is really the way to go. There are so many times, especially with Dozer being at 3 in this list, where you don't need to use the Clockwork Knight that you've searched off the on your market set duel with Clockwork Knight. You can just keep the Clockwork Knight in hand and pitch something else for Jet Synchron to be able to use the Dozer that you already have. Clockwork Knight, whenever that thing was on the board when I was playing, the game felt so much more in my favor. That card is so strong. There are so many things in this format that need their native type to stick. Fiendsmith, Bestials, Tenpai, all that stuff. They all need to stay Fiends or Dragons or what have you. And Clockwork Knight is just a very strong card in that way. So having the on your market set duel instead of the Scrap Recycler, 100%. If you, for whatever reason, want to be playing this at a tournament, this is what I would recommend 100% over clunking the deck up with more normal summons. Now, the honest to God question, do I think this deck can perform at an event? You know, do I think you can win an invite with it at a regional? Do I think it could top a YCS, you know, whatever level? I definitely don't think it could top a YCS. As much as I love this deck, it's my favorite deck of all time, and I think this is a really great piece of... The Link Monster is a great piece of support. It is just not there. It's just one of those decks that has the problem where it gets killed by Shifter, it gets killed by Lancia, it gets killed by Droll, and it gets killed by basically all the Charmies. All of those lingering style hand traps, this deck plays terribly into. There are probably things that you could do to mitigate that, maybe maining thrusts, because we're playing striker stuff. We might be able to like main thrust and some, you know, strong targets for it. We're already playing Black Goat as is something we could do with that, and Imperms. Maybe we could include, I don't know, D-Barrier and main. That sounds awful, but you know, maybe something could be done there, but I think it's really good for a local environment if this is a deck that you like and you want to have fun with it. I think there are a couple things that could be changed. You know, maybe Derek Rain being slotted back in here somewhere would really benefit because it would more consistently allow you to make your 10s. You could put Super Dora back in, all that kind of stuff. Maybe it could top a regional if you get lucky with it. If you go to an 8 or 9 rounder and you really, you know, are just lucky in your matchups, you don't see a lot of shifters, you're able to dodge the Drolls, sure, but I don't know. Again, I love the deck. It's my favorite deck of all time. Maybe I'll try hard with it after earning my invite for the season, but I don't know. It sucks because it is very interesting. There's so many cool things, like all the continuous spells being, you know, engine and non-engine, and getting you to Clockwork Knight, and also multi-roll. There are a lot of 2-card combos where you can like get to engage and then get multi-roll and use multi-roll to send a Clockwork Knight that you've searched to be able to get another extender. There's just so much cool stuff here, but I think it's just with the current environment of the metagame right now, there's too many things that catch this deck in their crosshairs. Like Lancia is just a big thing. The fact that when a deck loses to both Shifter and Lancia, it's just a real pain in the butt. So I'll keep playing it for fun, and maybe I'll try to take it to a couple regionals. But other than that, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate everybody, and I look forward to talking about this again in the future, or talking about another deck in the future. So peace out.